So now from here on out, you're actually going to be repeating rows 2 and 3. Row 4 is actually a repeat of row 2. Now if you're going to be changing colors, you're going to be doing all 4 rows, and then you're going to change color on the next row. But just remember that row 4 is actually the same as row 3. So when you start with your next row, what you'll do, like if you change color here at the end of row 4, then you would start at row 3. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do row 4, and then I'm going to do a color change. Alright, so we're starting out chaining 3. Remember, we're following the pattern this direction, but we're actually going to be crocheting this direction. So I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, then I'm going to turn it. Alright, so we're going to do a double crochet in the next chain 1 space. So do it down here in the chain 1 space. Then we're going to do the cluster, chain 1, cluster, in the next double crochet, 2 double crochets, we're doing the clusters. And the chain 1 space is like a space in between here. Alright, so doing it all into the first double crochet, the first cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on the hook, pull through all 4. Now we're going to do that chain 1. Then we're going to do cluster in the top of the next double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on the hook, pull through all 4. Okay, then we do that 5 double crochet increase. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to be doing it in the chain 1 space between the V-stitch. So that's right here. On the pattern, I think I say skip the next chain 1 and double crochet and do the next chain 1 space. But anyways, that's why I like to use the diagram. It's easier to see. You want to do it in the middle of the V-stitch. So we're going to be doing 5 double crochets in the V-stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I do a cluster in the second double crochet, because here's the V-stitch. We're going to skip the V-stitch and the next chain 1 space and do it in the next double crochet. And then we're going to chain 1 and do a cluster in the next double crochet. So skip this one, go here. Doing a cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the hook, pull through all 4. Then we're going to do the chain 1, and we're going to do a cluster in the top of the next double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the hook, pull through all 4. Okay, so now we're doing this double crochet 2 together. I know this looks like it's so spread out, how can these actually be joined together? But they actually are. These are just the next 2 stitches to each other. It's just that on a diagram, it's very hard to draw it that way. So we're going to do the double crochet together, and we're doing it to the chain 1 space on either side of the double crochet 7 together on the previous row. So I yarn over. Here's the first chain 1 space here. Do the bottom half part of that double crochet, then I yarn over and go on the other side of the other chain 1 spaces. Pull up through 2, then I have 3 on the hook, through 2. So you can see it's actually quite a bit closer together than it is on the diagram. Alright, then we're going to cluster in the next double crochet, chain 1, cluster in the next double crochet. So I'm going to cluster in this double crochet. 1, 2, 3, got 4 on the hook, through all 4. Then I'm going to chain 1, so remember that space. Then I'm going to cluster in the top of the next double crochet right here. 1, 2, 3, Oh, my yarn's getting knotted up. Pull through all 4. So now we're going to do the 5 DCs in the V-stitch, in that chain 1 space. So there's 5 regular double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to do a cluster in this double crochet, which is not this one of the V-stitch, but the next one. So we're going to skip this double crochet in this chain 1 space and go into the next one. So 1, 2, 3 for the bottom parts of the DC, and then pull through 4, and chain 1. One more cluster in the very next double crochet. 1, 2, 3, pull through all 4 loops, and then we do a double crochet together in the chain 1 space in the top of this, basically the 4 double crochet together. So the chain 1 space is right here. Do the bottom half of the double crochet, yarn over, go into the top of that double crochet 4 together, yarn, pull up a loop, pull through 2, 3 on the hook, pull through the last 2. Okay, so from now on, what you can do, so we've done these 4 rows in the on the pattern. What I've done is the first 4 colors, or 3 colors, I think I did 4 rows of each. So here you can you can add a new color. So probably what I'm going to do is fasten off over here.